Welcome to a brand new episode of the Post Game. I'm your host, Davion. I'm joined by Lillian, Omega, Oronde, and then two ghosts to the left and right, Matt and Caden. Today, we're back predicting the last NFC championship game. The 49ers will play the Detroit Lions, the team that America wants, the team that everyone in the country wants to win. First off, leave your predictions down below. Let us know who do you think is going to win, the 49ers or the Detroit Lions. All right. Just give me your predictions, the Lions or the 49ers.
Give me the Lions. Oh, let me preface. The line is Niners 7.5. Or no, 7 points. Niners 7-point favorites, and the over under is 51 points.
Sheesh.
Yeah. So just letting it be known.
49ers for Omega.
I'll take Detroit.
Give me the Detroit Lions.
Caden?
I've had the 49ers all year. But aliens on Earth, death beam, pointed. Give me game on the line. Give me Jared Goff in the Lions. I'm taking the Lions.
Give me the team that, when we were sat here last season recording this podcast, or around this time, I said that next season the 49ers will be my pick for the Super Bowl, and I'm staying there. I'm staying home. Give me the San Francisco 49ers to win it all. So when we look at that, why are y'all taking the Lions? Why are you taking the 49ers?
So I'm taking the Lions because of the most important position on the field. They have a better quarterback. I do like their ability to put up a lot of points.
There we go.
I have less faith in their defense, but if we're talking to over under 50, the shootout's a shootout. And who wins in shootouts? The Lions do.
I just don't think the Lions defense is good enough, bro. As long as Brock Purdy manages the game, you know what I'm saying? I just don't think the Lions, I don't think their defense is good enough, bro. You ask me.
I don't think the 49ers defense is good enough, to be honest.
Ooh.
And this is coming. I say this mainly because the Niners defense stems from Fred Warner, Nick Bosa, and Chase Young.
And Chase Young hasn't done much already.
And Chase Young hasn't done much. And Nick Bosa and Chase Young have to rush against Penei Sewell and Taylor Decker. Both of who didn't allow a single pressure last week.
Decker has been on point since the Cowboys game.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go opposite of Omega. I think the Lions are gonna win because of their defense. They have a great front seven, and like I said in a different video, the off-ball linebackers. Jack Campbell is a dog. He's a beast, and Aiden Hutchinson. I think they're poised on defense to make. Green Bay had some opportunities, some picks that they didn't drop them. That would have changed the whole game for them. So, yeah, just give me the Lions because of their defense. I like the defense a lot.
I mean, this is definitely the most magical season I've ever seen Detroit have. And to me, the Niners kind of they didn't get humbled, but it was more of a coming back down to earth type of game last week. Barely beating Green Bay, who was not even supposed to be in that situation, going against Detroit, who is a much better team and who has gotten better every week because of coaching and play calling, and just everything has just been perfect for them. They have an incredible O-line. I think it's probably the best O-line in the league, an insanely good run game, great offensive weapons. This is their best. Detroit's still young too, but this is going to be like this is their biggest game in their franchise ever, and I'm praying that they're able to pull this off and make the Super Bowl first time ever in their franchise.
So I want to preface this. I'm not sitting here saying that I want the Detroit Lions to stink it up, and I'm not loving the story, and I'm not loving the culture that they're building there. It could be nothing further from that. I just think the 49ers, they are a team that knows what needs to happen, and they know what they need to go in there and do. I will also say that the Detroit Lions are also the same exact way. I don't want to sound. I'm going to sound like I'm going to vote for the Lions, but I'm just not. The Detroit Lions are a team that have been hungry. They know what they want to do. They know what they want to achieve, and they know how to get there. The problem is that there isn't any. They don't. It's too early for them, in my opinion. I think they are a year off of being that Super Bowl favorite coming into the season. And I think the 49ers have been at this point and they've looked at the peak and the pinnacle at the mountain so many times that now it's going to be their time to go over the mountain. And that's why I think they're going to win. I think they just want it more. Sounding crazy that Detroit haven't been there in 30 years and they don't want it more. But I just think they want it more. And I think they're at home and they're going to go in there and play good football. So they're going to be at home and playing good football. So that's why I think the Detroit Lions will lose. If the Detroit Lions wins, I'm not upset at all. I think they did nothing but deserve it. But that is my pick.
I think George Kittle will have a good game too, though.
I hope so. Kid kills me.
I would say I think luck is on the Lions' side right now. Everything that would go wrong for the Lions of old hasn't happened for the Lions new. Like think about it. They Todd Bowles had that timeout. Jared Goff nails it early. If this was the old Lions, they would have nailed it. Todd Bowles would have called that timeout. They would have went for the field goal. Vita Vea would have picked it up and scored, and then the Bucs would somehow won. But they escaped out with nobody calling the timeout. So I'm just saying, I just think the small little plays that happen, the lucky ones, the unlucky ones, I think they're gonna go the Lions' way. That's hard to predict, but that's just a feeling.
Do you feel it in your bones?
Uh-oh.
In my tummy.
We're gonna go say something different.
I got a question for y'all real quick. Do you
Yeah?
trust Dan Campbell's coaching or Kyle Shanahan's coaching in this?
I
Who do you
trust them
think-
both.
who do you
It's just two separate styles of coaching.
That's ludicrous.
It's interesting for me because
That's
y'all know I'm a big Dan Campbell enjoyer, but at the same time, don't even make that face. That's crazy. I
right.
do approve of the Shanahan system, but it's also like they said, two different styles too.
Mm-hmm.
If purely from a rallying perspective for a leader of man, I'm going to have to go Dan Campbell. But when it comes to scheming up stuff, it's Kyle.
I mean, realistically,
I'll
though,
take the
Shanahan
passion.
hasn't-
Give me Dan. I'll take the passion.
Shanahan really hasn't done much, if you think about it, because they've gotten to these type of games and they always come out losing.
Well, no,
He hasn't
easy.
won, right?
Easy. Last year was not his fault. Cool out.
What
He
do you
didn't have a
mean?
quarterback.
That's
Okay,
1 year,
fair.
but they've been to what?
They went
four
to a Super
NFC.
Bowl and they lost.
They've been to 4 NFC championships in 5 years. No Super Bowls.
See,
And he just won his first game trailing by 5 going to the fourth. I think
Now
it
he's
was.
1-30, went down 7 heading into the fourth quarter.
Yeah. So
1-30. Yeah.
that's all I'm
before
bringing up. That's all I'm saying.
Well, we get to the fourth quarter and they're losing, then go ahead and cast
How-
that ballot.
Kyle Shanahan just has this unlucky thing about him from the Falcons choke job to their choke job at the 49ers. It's just crazy.
Yeah.
Honestly, I think Kyle Shanahan just doesn't really know how to play with a lead.
Oh boy.
But I don't even really want to get into that. He's just had some situations from his past as far as coaching is concerned.
It's pretty true, though. It's pretty true. I mean, Dan Campbell gives me that who am I thinking of? Julian Edelman's dad, where it's like you get them down and you start curb stomping their necks. Like you have to pile it on.
Sean Payton.
That too, eh?
Sean Payton would throw 60 points on anybody. Did not care.
Yeah, the thing
That's
about the
what I
Lions
miss
is
about Saints football.
the Lions can play with the lead because coaches will get conservative once they get a big lead. But getting
Like the Packers
conservative
did
for
with the
Dan Campbell just
Cowboys.
means playing normal
Yeah.
football.
Always gave them hope, didn't they, Kate? I mean, yeah, hope. What a thing that is, right, Caden? Hope.
Oh,
Hope is for
That's
fools.
mean. That's mean.
Hope is for fools. All right. Any final thoughts you have on either of these two teams?
So
As we get to
if we're
the-
talking from a purely ranking standpoint, as the NFL has it, it's the number 2 versus the number 3 offense, whether that's passing and rushing, versus the as well as the number 8 versus the 19th ranked defense. Both of those in favor of the Niners. Now, do I really believe that they are the 8th ranked defense? Probably not, but anything on paper can be changed in real life.
They did
I
have the
still-
benefit of playing the Cardinals twice.
I mean, yeah, that does help. That does help.
Yeah. But I do think their defense is better than the Lions.
You played the Vikings.
The Vikings.
With
Also,
The Vikings are better than the Cardinals.
the Vikings are better than the Cardinals, especially when they had Justin Jefferson both times.
Like saying this pile of trash.
That man
better
is a
than this
game
pile of trash.
changer.
They're both trash.
One of those piles of trash was golden.
Hey, now to be fair, bro, not Josh Dobbs. Nick Mullins could be a good quarterback if he didn't make the worst decisions of all time randomly.
That's like saying I could be a great quarterback if I hit the gym. Just
Nick
cut it out.
Mullins
hate
Mullins
crap.
plays the game on All Madden when everybody plays an All Pro.
Bro, Nick Mullins will make the most beautiful throws ever, and then he'll turn around and throw it to nobody except the defense.
Nick Mullins.
For the
End
defense.
this conversation. I don't want to hear this crap. I could tell. When y'all start going off on Nick Mullins tangents, I'm just gonna cut the video short. So if
Bro,
y'all
he
just gonna
looks so good for 4 games.
Oh, I
Man,
look
that-
good for 2
Hey,
weeks. in
that
the
first
gym
game
before
Nick
the new
Mullins
year.
played after Jimmy G got hurt in San Francisco, that was a great game.
Yeah.
It was a
I
good
would say he
time.
did look good in San Francisco. That's
It was a great time in the league when we just watching him light it up for no reason.
fine. Yeah.
And it was coming off CJ Beathard not really doing too well with the offense, so it just looked like he's the guy.
Well,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Beathard is a
No.
perennial crappy backup, not even a good
Okay.
backup.
I don't even know who that is. Like
You
that's
don't
how
know
bad
CJ
this is.
Beathard? Come on.
Beathard.
No, I don't.
Get
You
your
don't even know who
knowledge
that
up.
is.
Get your backup knowledge up.
Yeah, I'm a starter guy. Sorry, front running here. Who cares? Anyway, thank you all for joining. Let us know how you feel about your predictions and leave your predictions down in the comment. I've been your host, Davion. That's been the rest, and this has been the post game. Peace.